It's Thursday. Hello and welcome back to Bookish, and welcome to my Saturday Hodgepodge, my weekly wrap-up of all things booktube, bookish, book news, anything else I want to talk about. It is Thursday. I'm going out of town again this weekend to visit my father-in-law and my daughter out of town. My wife and I are taking a trip, so I won't be here to film this video on Friday when I normally film it, and I won't be here on Saturday, even though I suspect I'll be able to answer some comments on Saturday. So this is probably going to be a relatively quick one. Really only three things I want to talk about. The first of those is just some really exciting news for me personally. If you watch my channel for a while, and I went back and looked, and I started talking about this all the way back in 2019. If you watch my channel for a while, you may know that I've been writing a military history about my uncle's military company, or my uncle's company in the Army during World War II in the Pacific. I submitted that to a publisher of military history, Casemate Publishers, in February. They wrote me back, was expressing some interest, but I had to go back and rewrite it, so I've been doing that. And then this week, I got the news that they were going to publish the book, and so that book should come out sometime in 2024. I have some work to do to get the manuscript cleaned up, to add some information, some things like that, but it will be published sometime in 2024 under the title of MacArthur's Bloody Butchers, Company G's War in the Pacific, or some kind of subtitle like that. But I'm really excited to be working with Casemate, who was the publisher that I had hoped would pick the book up. So that's all gone really well. Thanks to everybody over the years who's expressed their support and or interest in that writing project. But really exciting news for me. I actually got word that they were more or less interested in doing it while I was recovering from appendicitis in the hospital, which is odd because the first word I got they might be interested in publishing the book came while I was in Scotland on vacation, and then this word came while I was in the hospital. But looking forward to getting down and getting all the work done on that. I'm nervous about it. It's going to be a challenge, but I am looking forward to it. So that's my exciting news. Get that out of the way. I filmed a TBR on Tuesday, or really on Monday, a TBR in which I was kind of discussing, what I plan to read in August, and I forgot to do Garb August. Now, Garb August is hosted by Ali over at the channel Criminali. This is the second year, I believe, in which Garb August is taking place, and the idea is you're supposed to read kind of trashy, garbagey books. I failed in my attempt to do that the first time, which was like the Garb August 1.5 or something like that, which came in February, and I kind of committed myself that I was going to do some Garb August reading this month. So I chose two books. It's a possible books that I will read for Garb August. The first is This Bird Has Flown by Suzanna Hoffs. Suzanna Hoffs was the lead singer of the Bangles, and I somehow found out she was writing a book, and I thought this would be perfect for Garb August. I was able to get a copy of it on my Kindle through the Libby app, and I've already started reading it, even though I realized the Garb August schedule has books by famous people for 3 weeks in week 3, so I probably won't talk about it until week 3, and I should have it finished by then. The other book I got for Garb August is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. This is the book I bought when I was at the Galveston bookstore, and I thought, well, this should go really well for Garb August, so hopefully I'll be able to get to that book and read those two books as a part of Garb August. The other thing I want to do is just kind of catch you up on kind of reading. I have a lot of reading things going. August is a fairly busy month for me in terms of reading, and I've added Garb August plus the other work I have to do for the book. So three things. One, and I feel like I'm going to hold this book up every video forever, I am still reading Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shree, translated by Daisy Rockwell. I got on a roll in this book on July the 31st. I picked it up and I read about 80 pages, and I was getting into it and enjoying it and kind of sorting it all out, and I was seeing kind of how I think followed into shape, and then it got to its third section and it started and I felt completely lost again, so I put it down. I fully intend to pick it up sometime soon. I have about 165 pages left. I should be able to finish in August. I am determined to do that. This, by the way, would kind of count as a backhanded way to get into Women in Translation Month. The book I chose for Women in Translation Month, I did also start and that is Collected Works by Lydia Sandgren, translated by Agnes Broome. And this is a book by a Swedish author, and I started reading it, and I'm about 50 pages in, and I have to say that I identify right now with the main character, which I may end up regretting I'm saying, but the story is really interesting. It's kind of about a person who works in the book industry as a publisher, and had hopes of being a writer, and those are things that I really like, topics I really like to read about. So it's not going really quickly for me. Big book, tiny print. I am still hoping I can finish this in August. And then, as you probably also know, this is Faulkner. It's August, so it's Faulkner in August, and this year's Faulkner August title is Absalom Absalom, which I started reading today, and I finished the first chapter, and I should be on schedule to finish chapters 1 through 3 by the 6th. I read the first chapter, and one of the things for me about Faulkner is that Faulkner is easily one of my, if not my favorite author in all kinds of ways. But when I don't read Faulkner for a while, as I really only read Faulkner about once a year now, oftentimes I forget what I consider to be kind of the genius of William Faulkner. And the first chapter of this book is just absolutely brilliant. I'm not saying it's going to make Absalom Absalom my favorite William Faulkner. I have read it before. I do prefer still The Sound of the Fury. But this first chapter here is just brilliant at setting up the story, and really the whole structure of the novel is in this first chapter, kind of obliquely referred to, as well as a lot of the themes that Faulkner intends to pursue. Just really, I think, kind of a brilliant chapter and a great start. Looking forward to this. The discussion over on Voxer has been good and lively, and I'm enjoying that as well. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to have a really short one here since I'm going to be out of town. I look forward to your comments in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching.